What is up, guys? This is episode number 17 of ESO Recapped. My name is Defatank, just bringing you guys another update for the Elder Scrolls Online. For tonight, we're going to be covering the patch 1.0.2 update, just some of the main points of that. And I've also got a video that I'm going to be letting replay in the background for Adventure Zones. We've got some brand new information from Paul Sage that I'm going to be going over about Adventure Zones and what we can expect. This is a lot more detailed information about those. Again, just want to make sure that everybody is aware that is watching right now in the Twitch stream that you hang on to any of your questions about tonight's episode until the end of the main points. I'll make sure that everybody is very well aware of when you guys are more than welcome to ask any questions about the patch 1.0.2 and Adventure Zone known as Craglorn. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the main points of episode number 17. So first thing, we've got the patch 1.0.2 update. This is not the entire patch. I just picked out some of the things that I felt was important that needed to be mentioned. First, under crafting and economy, hireling bags are no longer tradable, so you can't send them to your friends or other people. Dungeons and group content, Sheogorath's tongue. The cave boss respawns now. They now respawn at a more appropriate rate. Dark anchors. ZeniMax has fixed an issue where dark anchors would become stuck if large groups engaged them. Also, dark anchors properly reset back to their correct state when nobody is around. I know that that was something I had seen, is where you would go up to a dark anchor and it would look like that it's ready to be engaged, but there's nobody there, and that was just a graphical issue that was causing it to get stuck. Under some miscellaneous stuff, they fixed an issue where guild members with deposit-only permissions could not deposit into the guild bank. They also fixed an issue where you were unable to mount your horse if you went into a new area while already mounted. So that would be like in Ebonheart Pack going from Stonefalls into the Rift. If you were dismounted, you wouldn't be able to remount. So they fixed that issue. Auradon, in the Auradon zone, frog racing has been outlawed. So that quest for the frog race, it's been disabled. Race organizers have vowed a petition to the Queen to have it returned, so be watching for that in the future. That looks like they're trying to fix some issues with that. I know that in the PTS I did see that that had some bug issues with it, so it looks like they're working on that stuff. Wishing wells have been removed from Skywatch. They've fixed multiple quests that was blocking progression, and that is with Ardon. Glenumbra. Multiple quest fixes that was blocking progression. So if you've been doing any quest out in Glenumbra, there's a lot of fixes there that you may have been blocked by something in Glenumbra. Greenshade. Frighten the Fearsome. The Calliope Essence disguise no longer works in Cyrodiil. Mages Guild. Long Lost Lore. They fixed an issue where you couldn't always use the portal at the end of Cheesemonger's Hollow. And I know I had seen that bug myself, so it's good to see that they got that fixed. The main quest, Castle of the Worm, overwhelming power is now properly removed from you. And then just generally, a lot of other zones out there. Tons of quest fixes where it was blocking progression. This is something that a lot of people has been complaining about. They would go to do a quest, they can't progress through it, they can't interact with something. ZeniMax has been on top of this and fixing a lot of quest bugs where you just couldn't interact with stuff and progress further in that zone because of it being bugged. So it's great to see that ZeniMax is definitely on top of these quests and enabling this so that you can get in there and do your quest and progress. So if you've been blocked from something, go back to those quests again, take a look at it, because patch 1.0.2 has updated a lot of this stuff. Now I want to get into the next point, which is Craglorn. This is the adventure zone that was set to be put in at launch, but it's not ready. They're working on it, and we should be getting access to this thing pretty soon in the PTS. We're gonna get our hands on that. For the people that's been in the PTS, we're gonna be testing that first. Once it's been tested, we can expect to see Craglorn put into the game to be played. The majority of people is nowhere even remotely close to doing Craglorn, so that it's fine. Here's some facts about what we know, and you just watched a video just now in the background for Craglorn, so let's get started with the facts about Craglorn. Content starts at veteran rank 10. You have no business being in Craglorn if you're not veteran rank 10, period. Exploration content, let me stress that, exploration content. It is built for 4 players, so just roaming around in Craglorn, you better have 3 of your friends with you. There are new veteran rank dungeons in Craglorn. That's some awesome information. Brand new dungeons. First entry into Craglorn. Players will discover that there are constellations missing from the sky. These constellations are the warrior, the thief, the mage, and the serpent. Discovering why they're missing is the primary quest for Craglorn. The quest takes a 4-player group through Craglorn, and you learn more about these constellations and why they're missing. You'll come across a lot of repeatable daily quests, and you're going to have a main city there. It's called Belkarth. It's a great place to form up and make a party to go out into the world. You're going to see a lot of people that's out in the zone running around, and you can form up groups and go do your content. You're going to come across something known as delves. You may have experienced delves in the world, places like Auradon. Delves are they're instanced to your group. It has a sky shard. It's kind of like the open world dungeons, except they're instanced to your group in Craglorn. It has a boss fight, just like a little mini dungeon that you would expect. The dungeons that are in Craglorn, they are high level difficulty, and they're intended for the best players. So these are the new veteran rank dungeons. These things are hard. And lastly, trials. This is something that a lot of people is really, really interested in, is these trials. And this is basically your raiding content, if you will, from other MMOs. ZeniMax has already said that it's not exactly raiding, but it's probably safe to say it's like raiding, but it's different. These things are designed for 12 players in your group. You'll have environmental hazards that you got to deal with. Brand new boss fights with tactics that you have never before seen in the world. That is just, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for that. We're going to have brand new stuff, brand new things to learn. It has a time limit. That's what you're looking at right now. It has a time limit with resurrections. This all works towards your final completion and time ranking. These trials are built for the best of the best players. Getting to the top of the leaderboards will get you a reward. So as you're going through these trials, you guys are going to be up against a time. All right, how long does it take you to complete it? You're going to have a set number of resurrections, and as people's dying in these trials, they're using those resurrections. If you use all your resurrections, boom, that's it. You guys have failed. You can go back and retry it, again. So that's awesome that you can just go right back into it, try it again, see if you can get a better time. And as you move up those leaderboards and rank higher and higher, you're going to get special rewards for that. So that's a little carrot on a stick to make you guys push and be really good at these trials. So that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. I want to get back to what I was doing initially with ESO Recapped. The 15 minutes of information. I know that the past few episodes have been just extremely large. And, I want to get back to that, easy 15 minutes of information and then give you guys the floor. You guys are more than welcome to ask any questions about what you've heard just now over the patch 1.0.2 and Craglorn. I try to bring you some brand new information. It's really, really promising what they're talking about for Craglorn, and I got a lot of hope for those adventure zones. I can't wait to get in there and test them myself. But anybody that is in the stream right now, if you have any questions about 1.0.2 or Craglorn, go ahead and ask and let me know. If there's no questions or anything, we'll get this episode closed out, and we'll put close the stream down. We'll put the stream back up just in a couple of minutes. I got to get everything copied out to Twitch so that I can get this episode uploaded to YouTube. But I'll be glad to answer any questions about the game on live stream. But let's try to keep the questions pertinent to 1.0.2 and Craglorn for the time being. Crave or Drea that's in here in TeamSpeak with me, do you guys have anything that you want to add for 1.0.2 or Craglorn? I believe that's going to get this episode wrapped up. I'm going to give just another 30 seconds to a minute. I know there's a little bit of stream delay. Just give everybody that's in the Twitch channel time to reply back to anything. And definitely, guys, I appreciate everybody that's weighed in on ESO Recapped and asked the questions. Been very interested in the episodes. Gotten a lot of compliments for putting these episodes out there, and I want to try to keep everything simple and get the basic information out there for you guys. Jess EMP is asking, is Craglorn hard? Yes, I've never played Craglorn, but ZeniMax has stressed big time that Craglorn is your end game, if you will. This is going to be extremely difficult stuff, and just watching the game as it's progressed from the regular dungeons into the higher level regular dungeons into veteran rank dungeons, the scale of difficulty just keeps increasing. You've got to get used to this combat system. ZeniMax has taken it really easy on us right out of the gate to let us get used to combat, and it just gets more difficult. You've really got to look at combat.
I think we're still waiting on our invitations or our news on when we're going to get to actually test out the Craglorn.
Dre, go ahead and see if you can talk in here.
There we go.
All right. Sorry about that, man.
No problem.
Is there any other questions or anything about Craglorn or 1.0.2? Something else about Craglorn I just want to throw in there. Again, stressing that Craglorn is group content. This is not soloable stuff. This is your grouping stuff. Even to just explore, just to go around and look at the world, the monsters you're gonna find just from simply walking around is intended for 4 people to kill it. I mean, how hard is it going to be, whenever we get into the trials, the stuff that's intended for 12 people? I mean, it's just mind-boggling to the difficulty that we're going to see. And I know that the guys that has tested the Craglorn at ZeniMax Studios, seen it on the forums that that was one thing that they wanted, was make it difficult. They thought it wasn't as difficult as what it should be, and they've done it. So I think that what we're going to get is going to be definitely difficult, especially for the majority of the players. Sure, there is going to be groups out there that just obliterate this stuff because they're that damn good. They understand the game that good. And it's definitely going to happen, but I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park for 90% of the game. I think that you're going to have 5% of the game that is able to do this stuff at a fast pace, and the majority of people is going to be struggling through it, and some won't even get to it. Period.
And that's really the way it should be, though.
Yeah, it should. I mean, if you want to do this content, you're going to have to put forth the effort, and you're going to have to show that you want to do it, and you're going to have to know your character. You're going to have to know your gear. You're going to have to know how to move in combat and utilize your group. You're going to have to work as a unit. It's not just something that you can just run around with the Benny Hill theme playing, and just expect to whack-a-mole and face roll something. And it shouldn't be set up like that. So I'm very confident in what ZeniMax has put together.
Now, with the adventure zones, what are they mainly like?
What are they?
Could you describe them? Like how they would play out? Describe them to if someone like me has never been there. Like, what do they look like? How do they play? How's the feel of the adventure zones? New ones that are coming out.
All right. Generally speaking, the adventure zone itself is about 66%. All right. The size of a normal zone. So let's take Stone Falls. You guys have been playing in Stone Falls for a while, or whatever your starter zone is that you went into. Auradon, whatever. Daggerfall for DC. Take any one of the zones that's out there, the big ones. It's 66% of that. It's big. And you're going to be running around exploring. So in that aspect, this is not just a small little dungeon that you're going into. When you step into this place, it's going to have way shrines for you to port around to in Craglorn to get to where you need to go. You're going to come across dungeons in this thing. You're going to come across towns to get quests and do quests with your friends and do group content. You're going to have, the trials. And we don't know the specifics of exactly what these trials look like. You're seeing some of this stuff on stream right now. This is the first look that we've gotten of Craglorn. And, you can kind of see that all across Craglorn, they've got the desert, they've got, forest type things, they got the dungeon appearance, all of that's out there. Jess EMP is asking, better gear in Craglorn? You better believe it. Crafting, it's going to go right along with it. The adventure zones will increase your veteran rank past 10. So right now, the way that it's sit, you level from veteran rank 1 to 10. So just a quick recap, when you get into the game and you start leveling up, you level up from level 1 to 49. When you go from 49 to 50, that turns you into veteran rank 1. Then you go from veteran rank 1 to veteran rank 10. When you hit veteran rank 10, that's when you're going to start getting into Craglorn. Now, in Craglorn, you're going to go from veteran rank 10 to whatever. We don't know what the max is. In this video, it shows that there's a veteran rank 12. So it pushes you beyond that veteran rank. Now, is the monsters tiered in Craglorn? I would expect so, but, I've not seen it. But, I would expect you've got little zones that you're going to go through throughout Craglorn that the monsters will get more difficult as you're exploring throughout Craglorn and progressing through this thing. You're going to come across new gear. You're going to come across new crafting areas. Probably new crafting material, I guess. I don't know. It's just speculation, but yes, you're definitely going to have upgrades to get.
So basically, it's going to be like an entirely new zone.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
it's not an extension of another zone. It's just one really big new zone.
Correct. Yep. You're getting another area of the map, if you will. That's it's not as big as a regular zone that you've been adventuring in, but it's over half the size of a regular zone. So it's definitely massive. All right. I think that's going to wrap it up for episode number 17. Awesome little episode, I do believe. Definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in for the live stream, asked some questions, got some answers and stuff. I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream down. And like I said, give me a few minutes to get everything set for Twitch. And then we'll get this episode uploaded to YouTube. And if you guys need recaps or replays of ESO Recap, you can go to youtube.com/Defatank. Click on the ESO Recapped playlist. Go in there and watch the previous 16 episodes. There may be some stuff in there that you don't know about the game that I've already covered. And everything's time-stamped on these episodes for the ESO Recap to conveniently get you the information that you want. If you want to know more about the gaming community that we run, that is Great Architect. You can visit it at greatarchitect.us. I am one of the founders and the ESO administrator. We have multiple guilds in that community. We've got Great Architect. We've got Messiah Complex that's ran by Curse. We've got the Lower East Eben Trading, which is ran by Crave. That is our trade guild. We've got a couple of DC guilds that I can never remember the name of to save my life. Sanctuary and the Dread Talon. Those are led by Youngblood and Frawl. Those guys are really good with community. So.
Young Bull, isn't it?
Young Bull? Is it Young Bull or Youngblood? I don't know. I know him as Wes. Wes is a really cool guy. We've got support for all types of guilds. We're looking to get an AD guild in here. We don't have an AD guild in the community yet, but regardless of what alliance you play, we want to make sure that we're providing support. Hit our forums, check our forums out over there. We got the set tables, the crafting stuff going on over there, the locations where these set tables are, their benefits, the Mundus stones. That's another thing that's in the PvE section of the forums. Check that stuff out. We're trying to conveniently give our community the information that it needs to succeed. So again, if you guys want more information about the community or our guilds, go to greatarchitect.us. Head over there and check that out. Go ahead and sign up. We'll be glad to get you accepted in. Be sure you read the requirements. It's a very simple points. Shouldn't be any kind of issues that anybody has anything putting up with. And probably something that you would expect out of a good community. As far as the Elder Scrolls Online, if you want more information about the Elder Scrolls Online, go to elderscrollsonline.com. You can pre-purchase, or you can purchase the game right from ZeniMax. Go to a retailer, purchase the game. It does require a subscription fee for those that don't know that. Whenever you purchase the game, it comes with a 30-day subscription. Go ahead and get in there and try the game out. If it's something that you really enjoy, go ahead and resubscribe. Get involved in the game. It's really awesome. I really have a blast out of this game. But I've rattled on enough. We're going to go ahead and call this episode here. And again, I appreciate everybody tuning in.
Grab some more booze anyway.
All right, guys. You all have a good evening. And we'll see you guys here in just a few minutes. Give me time to get the stream back down and back up. Later.